Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. You've heard of karma, right? It's the belief of cause and effect. You do something good, you get good karma. But if you do something bad, you get bad karma. I'm on the fence if karma is real or not, but I'm for sure on the side of dumb people instantly getting deserving punishments. Not sure you believe in karma yourself? Well, I've got 10 examples of it in action that might just change your mind. Here are 10 cases where karma came for awful people. But before we get started, why not become an archivist today by clicking the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you end up enjoying this video, let us know by giving it a thumbs up, and in the comments section, tell us of your instant karma stories.
Number 10. Homeless Veteran Gofundme Scam. When the story of a homeless veteran coming to the aid of a young woman went viral, thousands of people fell in love with the selfless tale of generosity. According to Kate McClure, homeless veteran Johnny Bobbitt gave her his last $20 when she ran out of gas. McClure and her boyfriend then set up a GoFundMe page asking for donations to help Bobbitt get off the streets. A goal of $10,000 was set, but the story soon caught the attention of media, and around $400,000 was donated in a matter of weeks. Here's the twist, though. The story was completely fabricated. Bobbitt never helped McClure, and the entire tale was a scam designed to make money. Of the $400,000 that McClure made, she only gave Bobbitt $25,000 and spent the rest on a new car and designer handbags. Bobbitt felt shortchanged by McClure and started to make a fuss, which prompted an investigation to be launched. All 3 participants in the scheme were arrested, proving that crime never does pay, even if you try to crowdfund it. Number 9. Robby the Robber Gets Robbed. This next awful human got a taste of his own medicine when he was robbed halfway through committing a robbery. Mauricio Ferro of Sao Paulo, Brazil, had the genius idea to rob a drugstore. He clearly wanted to make sure he could escape the scene of the crime quickly because he left his car engine running while he went to do his crime. But while he was inside, another awful human being came along and stole his car. When Ferro came out of the store and realized his car was missing, he flew into a panic. And while he was doing that, the unimaginable happened. Yet another awful human turned up to steal the money bag Ferro just stole from the drugstore. Incredible, huh? But that wasn't the end of Ferro's stupidity. He decided to head to the police station and report the theft of his car. But wouldn't you know it, the owner of the drugstore was there at the very same time reporting Ferro for the robbery. Ferro was immediately arrested for the theft and probably crimes against common sense. Number 8. First internet example of instant karma. This video is said to be the first internet example of karma, and it's still one of my favorites. Check this out. These chaps are coming to the end of a cycle race when one of them decides that he's done playing fair. The guy with the dirty tactics also falls off his bike, and before he can get back up, a furious spectator rushes up and decides to teach him a lesson. He clearly decided that a stern word with the perpetrator wouldn't cut it, so instead, he decided to do this. Yep, he threw him off the bridge. Number 7. Fast food with a side of karma. This awful woman clearly thought she was smart when she rocked up to a fast food joint with her trusty water pistol. As she approaches the drive-thru window to collect her food, she looks extremely smug as she tucks her weapon out of sight. But what she clearly didn't expect was for the fast food worker to have the reflexes of a cat. Watch what happens when the woman attacks the unsuspecting man. The second the woman draws her water pistol, the man at the window reacts in a most incredible way by throwing a huge drink all over her. The woman tries to duck, but there's nowhere to escape, and she gets soaked. Number 6. College Bribes. Lori Loughlin is an actress best known as Aunt Becky from Full House, or she was until recently. Now she's best known as a criminal who got a big dose of karma. Loughlin was taken into FBI custody earlier this year as part of a huge investigation into college admissions scams. It's alleged that she and her husband, Massimo Gianelli, paid $500,000 for their two daughters to be categorized as recruits to the USC crew team, even though neither of the girls actually played the sport. The couple's 19-year-old influencer daughter apparently saw an opportunity to capitalize on her parents' faux pas, using her fake recruitment to create sponsored posts on her social media accounts. After appearing in federal court on conspiracy charges, she was released on a $1 million bond. But Lachlan isn't alone, and it's said that parents have been caught spending up to $6.5 million to guarantee their child's college admission. Felicity Huffman, who rose to fame on Desperate Housewives, is one of the other high-profile names in the case. She allegedly paid $15,000 to boost her daughter's SAT score and has been charged with conspiracy. Number 5. Trash can prank goes wrong. Another classic tale of instant karma from the archives now. Several years ago on Halloween, a group of kids was going around their school interviewing other kids about their Halloween plans. This interview started out just like the rest of them, but soon took a shocking turn. Halfway through the interview, a kid in a mask leaps out of a trash can and attempts to scare the interviewee. But unfortunately for the prankster, this kid has lightning-fast reactions and delivered a knockout punch that sent his masked assailant flopping back down into the trash can. Number 4. Ancient Karma. We're going back in time now for some ancient karma. Sigurd Eysteinsson, otherwise known as Sigurd the Mighty, was a leader in the Viking conquest of what is now northern Scotland. Towards the end of his reign as the second Earl of Orkney, which lasted from 875 to 892, Sigurd challenged a native ruler, Malbrigte, to a battle. The two men agreed to bring 40 men each, but dastardly Sigurd brought 80. Of course, his army was victorious, and Malbrigte was beheaded. In an incredibly cocky move, Sigurd strapped his head to his saddle as a trophy. But karma was watching, and as Sigurd rode, Malbrigte's bucktooth scratched his leg. If you ever need proof that cheaters never prosper, Sigurd's wound became terribly infected, and he died of his injury. Number 3. Monkey gets revenge. Humans treating animals badly, sadly, isn't a new occurrence, but it looks like our furry friends are finally fighting back. When a young man visiting Shimla in India spotted a monkey, he for some reason thought that it would be hilarious to give the little guy the middle finger. The monkey wasn't about to let itself be treated like that, though. Watch how it got its revenge. Without missing a beat, the monkey leaped at the young man's face and delivered a devastating kick that floored him. The monkey then scoots up back into position as if ready for round 2. The boy clearly recognizes that he's been beat, though, and wanders off in a daze without even stopping to pick up his sweater. Hopefully, he'll think twice next time he's in the mood to bully monkeys. Number 2. Naked Karma. Bad karma always sucks, but it's definitely worse when you receive it naked, as this sucker found out. When a woman found a naked man in her home, she was understandably terrified. Gail Wilson had never met Stephen Burton before, so when he muttered, "Hi, honey," before lunging towards her for a hug, she said she feared that her life was at risk. And who can blame her? Gail managed to push her attacker away and call 911 while Burton was busy skulking around her property. The arrival of the cops clearly scared Burton because he took off running. He ran 2 streets over, climbed a cyclone fence, then hurled himself off a 50-foot or 15-meter bluff. Burton plunged down the sheer rock face until, just 2 feet from the ground, he got his ankle caught between 2 branches of a tree. The naked man was trapped and left dangling until emergency services arrived to rescue and then arrest him. Police said that Burton was in a mind-altered state when they got to him, as if he'd taken PCP or LSD. Number 1. YouTuber Prankster gets karma. Now, I love a YouTube prankster as much as anyone, but sometimes people take things way too far in their quest for fame. One example of this is the Spanish prankster Congua Ren, better known to his followers as Reset. Ren orchestrated a vile prank while he filmed himself tricking a homeless man into eating Oreos filled with toothpaste. He then made a disgusting joke that the cookies would make him clean, whereas they actually made him vomit. Wren was sentenced to 15 months of jail time for his crime against moral integrity. But he's unlikely to serve any of that time, as Spanish law dictates that sentences under 2 years are usually suspended for first-time offenders. Where karma really came into action, though, is when the judge ruled that Reset's YouTube channel and social media accounts be shut down for 5 years. He was also made to give his victim 20,000 euros in compensation, which is much more than the 2,000 euros that he was said to have made in ad revenue from the video. Thanks for watching. Have you ever been on the receiving or giving end of karma? Tell us about it in the comments section below. Positive karma always will come your way if you subscribe to Top 10 Archive, click the Notify Me bell, and give this video a like.